Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about what to expect this offseason from the Toronto Raptors. And let's get right into today's video. And the Toronto Raptors are definitely an interesting team due to the fact that, look, the Raptors are retooling. They're not rebuilding. This is a team that I truly believe they have one of the top 10 best coaches in the NBA, and he is going to retool this team. They're going to be back in the playoffs next year. And what they're going to do is, look, it might be bye-bye to Kyle Lowry. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow, but if you look at the team around them, look, right now they have Pascal, Fred, Rodney Hood, Aaron Baines, Chris Boucher. Aaron Baines is on a team option, so maybe they decline it and try to bring him back for less money. OG Anunoby's got 16. Malachi Flynn, DeAndre Bembry, Paul Watson, Yuta Wanabea. I suck at that name. Yuta Bia. Suck at it. Freddie Glipsy. I always mess it up. Everyone tells me how to say it and then I forget. I think they're going to bring back Gary Trent for sure and Kem Birch. I think they definitely have Gary Trent's restricted free agent rights, but Kem Birch will probably be brought back. Now, what should they do? The retooling option is mainly, I believe they're going to move from Kyle Lowry and draft Jalen Suggs. I think that's the best option that they could do. And if they do that, Kyle Lowry is going to be earning a lot. And I don't think he's worth it because if they go Jalen Suggs, then they can bring in guys maybe like Evan Fournier, Spencer Dinwiddie, or Josh Richardson, who could be really good for them. Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. So with that being said, I truly believe that the retooling option is the best option for them because even without Kyle Lowry, I don't think keeping Kyle Lowry would be the best. And if you look at it, I don't believe Evan Mobley's falling to Toronto. If he does, they're drafting him. Jalen Green, I believe, is going to be available for the Cavs, and they're going to take him. So Jalen Suggs is a great consolation prize. And Masai Ujiri and general manager Bobby Webster may consider trading up or down, depending on how they feel. But I think Jalen Suggs, if he's there, which I truly believe he will be, is a perfect guy to replace Toronto. Yes, he's one of the greatest players in team history. He's been on the Raptors since 2012, and he's made 6 All-Star teams and played a vital role in their championship squad. But they practically moved him almost on trade deadline, and they couldn't acquire assets for him. So try to sign and trade him. Now, the most important thing is to re-sign restricted free agent Gary Trent. And he's probably going to cost, I think, a similar contract to OG. I think OG's $16 million. That's going to be around the number we're going to see. And they also, technically, I just saw on Hoops Rumor that they still have the draft rights for Nando Di Colo, which is kind of funny. But yeah, what they'll be able to do is they have Stanley Johnson, Kem Birch, as their restricted free agents. They technically still have cap holds for Lucas Nogueira, Jeremy Lin, Jody Meeks, and Jason Thompson. So I think the best thing we could see is that they're not going to re-sign him, and they'll have a mid-level exception of 9.5, biannual of 3.7. So what they could go out and get some free agents, like I said, Tim Hardaway Jr., Evan Fournier. I really like Josh Richardson would be the cheapest and low-risk, high-reward guy. Then Tim Hardaway would give you the shooting. But like if you're keeping Gary Trent, Josh Richardson would be great. And I think Kyle Lowry is awesome, but this team needs to move forward. Hopefully they sign Masai Ujiri to a long-term deal and they lock in and he continues to build it, but they got to hunt for another big fish. Bring back DeMar, that'd be funny. John Collins would be interesting because you could maybe start him at center with Chris Boucher spilling him. I know he's not like the ideal fit, but then you go over there and you have Pascal power forward, OG at small forward, and Fred VanVleet shooting guard, and Jalen Suggs. But then some people are talking like Lonzo Ball. I don't know if Lonzo Ball would be the ideal. Kem Birch is for sure going to be re-signed. He had 11.9 points, 7.6 rebounds, 1.9 assists, while shooting 55.6% from the field and 29% from three. And he provides a lot of things. God. My mouth is like so dry that I just choked. Legitimately just choked. And Aaron Baines and Alex Lynn didn't do crap. And Kem Birch was so good. Now, Gary Trent averaged 16.2 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. And he shot, 39.5% from the field and 35.5% from three through 17 games. But he should be a priority that if Kyle Lowry does indeed move on, then Fred VanVleet will be able to take over the point guard position with Jalen Suggs, and Trent Jr. will play shooting guard while OG's at the small forward position, Pascal at the power forward with Chris Boucher and Kem Birch playing the center position. And I think that's like the best thing they can do. They would benefit so ideally from that. Now, I think the best thing that they could do is the core. Like, you could argue, maybe do they trade Lowry or some players for James Wiseman, the 7th pick. Now you have 2 picks, okay? Or even Siakam, because supposedly Siakam's the guy they want. And it's interesting. I think, what do you prefer? I think retooling is the best thing, and this team can easily be back to where they were, like with a snap of a finger. I don't think it should be that hard at all. And I really wonder what they need is they just need depth. Because like I said, they have a good starting lineup. Kem Birch is going to be at center with Chris Boucher backing him up. Pascal Siakam, they don't have depth behind him. Stanley Johnson, you could argue, backs up the 2 forward spots for Pascal and OG. OG's there. He doesn't have depth behind him. They got, Rodney Hood's there, but Gary Trent is at the shooting guard position. Fred VanVleet can play point guard, but I like him as the shooting guard, and Gary Trent is the 6th man. Then you put Jalen Suggs at the point guard. Okay, you have off the bench Malachi Flynn, DeAndre Bembry, Gary Trent, Paul Watson, Freddie Gillespie, who's going to be a defensive beast at Utah. And and maybe if you bring back Aaron Baines, I think that's a really good team. And you'll have salary to go out and make that big money move that you guys are hoping to do. So you'd argue that's up in the air, but I think the best thing for them to do is get Jalen Suggs, try to sign and trade Kyle Lowry to a team, because at the end of the day, that might be their best option, But so I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think you would do if you're the Atlanta Hawks? I'm going to stand by getting rid of Lowry and going full in for Suggs. So let me hear your guys' thoughts down below. That's it for me, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. We're going to milk this to 8 minutes because YouTube loves 8 minutes. But go check out the other stuff. We're doing really good. We're actually really, really climbing on YouTube. Okay, one last thing I want to say is imagine getting Suggs at 4, because Fred VanVleet, OG, would be an insane amount of athleticism. I really like that. Peace out, guys.